Hi everyone, this is an example how to calculate and understand the concept of earned value management. Ernesto Custodio is one of my PMP candidates, and thank you so much, Ernesto, for collaborate with this training material. So this is an example of a earned value methodology concept. If I ask you to paint my wall for $10 an hour, and you will be completing the work in 2 hours, and the total cost of the project is $20. So we have three things here, the three dimensions that we mentioned last week. We need to understand here the planned value, the actual cost, and the earned value. So now I have the project description, project duration, and project cost here. Project cost is $20. Project duration is 2 hours, and the scope is just paint this wall. So in order for me to understand the status of this project, I need to go to my backyard and ask the person who's executing the job. And I realized that after 1 hour, how much have you done? If he said, I have completed 50% of the work, now I can calculate what is the earned value. But the earned value is just 50% of the total budget, which is $10. That is the earned value. Work performed in terms of budget. So we can say that in another situation, if I go and I ask after 1 hour, how much have you complete? And he said, okay, listen, I'm sorry. I have completed 25% of my job, my work. So in this case, just 25% of the budget, it's $5. That's the earned value. If he continues with this performance, at the end of the project, we will be late and over budget. So here in the other situation, if I go to my backyard and I ask him, how much work have you done? This is another situation or scenario. And he said, listen, I have a good news for you. I have completed 75% of the work in 1 hour. So what is the earned value now? 75%, which is $15. That is a really good news. And the status will be early and under budget. That is a really good news. Having said that, we can say that the earned value is just the percentage complete multiplied by the budget, or which is the same, the percentage complete is equal earned value divided by budget. This is a very important formula for the exam. Now, if I ask you, in this case, this is a project, and this is the planned value, and this is the actual cost. Remember, the planned value, it's how much work was planned to be accomplished. By definition, okay, you need to understand what is the concept of these three dimensions. Number one, planned value is how much work was planned to be accomplished. In this case, this is an example with the using the red line. And the actual cost, which is the other information that is given to us right now, the actual cost is what did it cost to do the work. If I ask you, given this information, if I ask you, is this project over budget? I will say yes. Why? Because the actual cost, it's greater than the planned value. However, for the exam, this is not the answer. The answer is we need to understand what is the earned value, which is the how much work have been done. So for the exam, the answer will be, we need more information. This is an ambiguous situation, so we don't have the earned value right here. However, if you see that the CAPM exam is giving you the earned value, we know now for sure that the status of the project, you can calculate the cost variance, the schedule variance, the CPI, and the SPI. And also, you will be able to make a forecast calculation. So let me just refresh the formulas for this. So now we have the earned value information, we can calculate schedule variance using the planned value and the earned value. Now we can also calculate the cost variance because we need only the earned value, the planned value to calculate the schedule variance. To calculate the cost variance, we need the actual cost. So this is just about formulas. So if you calculate every single parameter here, you will be able to understand the status of the project and also calculate and understand the forecast of specific information. So having said that, cost variance equal earned value minus actual cost. CPI, which is the cost performance index, is a performance indicator. It's earned value divided by actual cost. So the same way you can say the schedule variance is just earned value minus something. So all the time the formula is earned value minus something for the variances. However, for the CPIs, for the performance indicators, it's earned value divided by something. Earned value is all the time on the top. Earned value is the most important person in this movie. So the SPI, which is the schedule performance index, is the earned value divided by PV. Listen, how can I know that? Just memorize, just understand the concept, and then you will be able to apply the formula and make the final interpretation of the results. So the final cost, which is the estimated at completion, but how much will be the final budget if I continue with this performance? It's budget at completion divided by CPI. The same way you can calculate the forecast of the final duration of the project using the same information. Planned duration divided by SPI. How do I know this? Because these are the formulas you need to memorize for the exam. I will say you need to memorize only these 6 formulas. That's it. No more than that. So at the end of the day, the interpretation of these numbers, when you have the result, you will see that it could be a positive or negative, or a number which is greater than 1 or is less than 1. In this case, it's just understand the result. So how was the project? What is the status of the project, good or bad? So positive numbers are always good and negative numbers are always bad. The same way, for the indexes, numbers greater than 1 are good and less than 1 are just very bad. Okay, here's an example. A project is estimated to cost $50,000 with a timeline of 50 days. What is this, Lisette? This is the budget at completion, which is 50,000. And this is the project duration. Total duration of the project is 50 days. Okay, after 25 days, the project manager finds that 50% of the project is complete and the actual cost, what is the actual cost? Is what did it cost to do the work? It's 50,000. What is the cost performance index? By definition, by the formula that we already have, and we already know this formula, the CPI is equal earned value divided by actual cost. If you just replace the earned value, which is 50,000, which is 50% of 50,000 is 25,000, because it's how much work is done, how much work has been performed. This is the earned value, the percentage complete. So now that you have the earned value, which is 25,000, and you divide it by the actual cost, the result is 0.5. If you see this result, which is less than 1, how are you doing? How is this project doing? What is the performance status? Is that good? Is bad? What do you think based on the conversation we had before? So remember that this number is less than 1, which is not good. So CPI is 0.5. What is the interpretation? What is the project status, Lisette? A value less than 1 indicates the cost overruns in the projects. So this is not good. Why? Because the index, the cost performance index, is less than 1. That's it. So understand the 3 dimensions. This is the first step. Number 2, applying the right formula. And number 3, for the exam, it's in the interpretation of the results. So here's another one, just to finalize. I think after this one, you will be almost an expert. It's just understanding the concept, knowing the formulas, and understanding the final results. So this is a project which a BAC, which is budgeted completion of $2,000, and the expected duration is 6 months. After 3 months, the project manager reports that the plan called for in spending is $1,000 by the 3rd month. The actual cost, it's $750. So the plan value here is $1,000, but the actual cost is $750. And the earned value is just $800. So you don't need to calculate the earned value because it's already given. So what are the 3 dimensions in this case? The earned value is 800. The plan value is 1,000. And the actual cost is $750. So what are the formulas we need to use in order to resolve these 7 questions? Okay. From my previous screen, remember the earned value equals percentage complete multiplied by the budget, or which is the same, the percentage complete is equal earned value divided by budget. So having said that, you can just use this formula as is. So percentage completed is the earned value divided by BAC. If you replace each formula for the numbers, for the values, this will look like this. The answers will look like this. So what is the earned value? 800 divided by budgeted completion, which is 2,000. And of course, this is a percentage. When you calculate the percentage, it's just 40% complete. This is the percentage completed. What happened instead with the cost performance index? Just apply the formula. It's CPI equals earned value. It's earned value divided by something. Earned value divided by something, because this is an index. So the earned value is $800 divided by 750, which is the actual cost. And the CPI, it's greater than 1. That is really good. So now you know what is the final answer of this exercise. Cost variance is the earned value minus something. So if it's cost variance, the second number of this equation or of this formula is actual cost. Thank you for that. Thank you. I know you know. So a cost variance is just $800 minus 750, which is 50 positive. 50 positive. It looks really good. So let's see what happened at the end of the exercise. So positive value. What is the interpretation? We're doing good. We're doing under budget or on budget. In this case, under budget. So what is the SPI, which is the Schedule Performance Index? It's just replacing the terminologies, the numbers, the values. SPI is earned value divided by PV, which is the plan value. The plan value is a given information at the top of this exercise, and it's 1,000. If you divide 800 divided by 1,000, it's 0.8. It's less than 1. That's not good. It doesn't look good. What is the schedule variance? The schedule variance is the earned value minus plan value, which is 800 minus 1,000, which is 200 negative. That is not good. So the estimated completion, which is part of the formulas that I provided on the previous screen, is estimated completion. It's just budgeted completion divided by CPI. So the estimated completion is $1,886, which is good because the budgeted completion, the budget, the cost baseline approved is $2,000. So at the end of the project, we will be saving money. That's a really good news. So final plan duration, this is the part that we are not doing good. So it's the plan duration divided by SPI. If you divide the 6 months divided by SPI, which is 0.8, the final plan duration, the forecast, it's 7.5 months. So we will be behind schedule. That is a really bad news. So in terms of cost, we're doing good. But in terms of scheduling, we're not doing good. We are behind schedule. That's it. It's just step number 1, identify the 3 dimensions: earned value, plan value, and actual cost. Then memorize the formulas. Number 2, apply the formulas and replace the formula, put the values instead of formula and just calculate the equation. And the most important thing is understand the results so you can articulate what is the project status and forecast. I think this is a really good example. Any question, just let me know. I'm going to send you this video. Please watch this video before Saturday. So if you have any question, you can ask the question during the class or before the class using our WhatsApp chat. Thank you so much for your time, and I see you Saturday. I hope you can complete also the retrospective that I sent you yesterday. It's a Google link, just 3 questions in order for us to improve the sessions, the classes, the performance. Thank you so much. And I talk to you this Saturday. Bye.